Hey, welcome back to Plastic Madness. Today we're gonna be looking at the 12 gold saints from the anime Saint Seiya. These are the figures that I've been collecting past few years. I was just looking into uh, when I bought them, and I just realized it's been a while. So I think it's time to do a little bit of an update and how they're still holding up, or if they're like starting to fall apart, depending on because since they are like alternative or knockoff figures, so maybe the quality, with the time, plus the plastic or the metal pieces or the paint start like fading. So we're gonna start with Mu, with Aries Mu. This one is from Metal Club, and also we're gonna talk if I had to do any fixes or if they have any fixes done. Mu, or Aries Mu, doesn't have anything done except for the cape that I added the Velcro dots. I'm gonna put made a video about it, so I'm gonna put it over here, so you can take a look at it. It's a pretty inexpensive fix if you want to have them with the fabric capes. So it's pretty simple to do. You can remove it if you don't like it. You can if maybe something gets damaged with the Velcro dot gets damaged, you can just replace it, put a new one. It's really very inexpensive, and it's a very easy solution for adding the fabric cape, if you like the fabric cape, of course. So the reason I'm using the arm is because some of the figures, especially the ones from Metal Club, that they tend to have a crappy stability, and that's not because sometimes this one is fine here at the ankle, but the bottom part of the leg, the shins, are very flexible. The plastic is very soft, so they tend to like arch, even with the metal boots. They tend to arch, and they start arching at the connection to the knee, with the knee. So that's the reason I have it like that. So Mu doesn't have any what do you call it, any fixes. One thing I noticed, let me see if I can remove the helmet. Maybe not. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So the helmet, I don't know if you can see, it has some the paint. It has some crackling, like it has some issues. It looks like it's what do you call it? Like a candy apple. Once it starts cooling down, it starts like get some cracks on the paint on the cover, and this is what's happening on this figure. So let's put him back over there, the helmet. There we go. That's one of the issues that this figure has. Plus the legs are very, very soft. All right, so we're gonna move to MST Taurus Aldebaran, and then we're gonna go to the next saint after that. All right, give me a minute, and then we move to the next one. All right, and now we have MST Taurus Aldebaran, and again this figure only has the fix for the cape, so in that way I don't have to connect the cape to the joint or the clip for the shoulder pads or pauldrons. So in that way, I can just remove it or put it back on the go. No issues. As you can see, it just pops like that, and there we go. And it just looks like this. And if you want to put it back, you just put it there. Oops. 1 second. In this case, I had to fix the C-clip for this shoulder pad. It's a little bit the connection is very soft, but you can see like it takes no time to connect the cape. I know that some people don't like the fabric capes, but I do like the way that they look, and now that I can put them back on off as quick as that, as you saw. So I feel like it's a good customization for the figure. It's very simple to do. Again, this figure has no issues. So paint has not stays the same. Even the paint for the plastic part, like the arms, I have them with the arms cross arms for at least I want to say almost or a whole year. And I've been moving him around, and so far the paint has no issues. Nothing like we saw with Mu. Same on the helmet. The helmet is just fine. There's no issues with the paint. So that's one of the good things about MST. Their paint, the paint of the plastic pieces seems to be really well done. So at least on the figures that I have. So, and this one, I bought this one, I want to say at the beginning of, at the end of 2022. I have it somewhere over here. Yeah, I bought, at the end of 2022 in November, and this is the first release that came with the fabric cape. The second release came with the plastic cape. So yeah, I think this is a great figure. Right, so let's move to the next one. I believe is Gemini. So give me a second, and we'll take a look at it. All right, and now we have CS model Gemini Saga. I believe I made a mistake, and I think I have it with Canon's face, and that's I think because that face is slightly bigger. It feels like it's filling the space for the face very nicely, and the Saga face, the Saga faces that the figure came with, it has they're very small. So yeah, I think that's Canon's face, but with Saga's hair. Again, another figure that I added the Velcro dots, and it's the cape is being held very nicely. You can post the cape in any way that you want. He came with the effect for the what's his attack, Galaxy Explosion. One issue with him is the fist covers don't fit properly. They tend to pop on their own. Even that they look like they're attached, I will find them like just laying on the shelf. So yeah, this one and this one does not have the, at least I don't see the crackling on the paint for the plastic pieces. This one here doesn't look like it has any issues, so that's good. So I'm gonna put this back over here. And again, since it's from CS models, like it's more like a it has a different finish than the MST and the Metal Club. So The one thing I had to do to him, I mean, other than the cape fix, was I had to use a little bit of what do you call it? Silicone lubricant for plastic on the hinges, on the clips for the pauldrons or shoulder pads, because they were like, you couldn't pose him without those things popping off, because they were like all the joints were like super tight. So I would use that. I kept them pretty much, I think I left them overnight sitting on that silicone lubricant, and the next day they were like they have friction, but now they can be posed without them popping off. So other than that, the figure doesn't have any other issues, except that since it's CS modeled, it had a lot of plastics. The plastic pieces connected to the sprue, they were like not that well finished, so I had to shave those pieces. And that's the same thing with MST. So yeah. All right, and now we have Metal Club Cancer Dead Mask. So far, of all the figures that I have, this one is the one that's been like a pain to pose, because the joints for the ankles are like super loose. So in the toes, the joint for the toe is also super loose. So he drops like forward super easily. So that's what on this I have to hold it like that, because he keeps going back, like facing, falling face first. And he's done that so many times already that I don't know if you can tell, one of the horns for his mask is shorter, because eventually what is it? This one, the right one, finally snap a little piece. So the left one is taller than the right one. So yeah, so far this one is the worst one. Plus, since it has the same issue as Moo, the bottom part of the legs are super flexible. So it tends, like, the balance is on this figure is awful. I have done a couple of things so far, and but I need to redo everything, because I added some. This one also had like almost no friction at the hips, so he kept trying to do a split and falling while falling forward. So yeah, the only so far another thing that I done is I got this effect for his finger. So looks like it's I don't know. The idea for me it looked good, but the implementation doesn't look that well. I don't know. It feels like he has like some red booger on his finger. So yeah. And I had to glue the little horns on the back of his heels, because they kept falling. So yeah, this is so far is of all the figures that I have, this is probably the worst one. He looks really good, but the rest, that's it. That's not the rest. It's just bad. I've been thinking to just replace the body with one of those bodies that I bought for the 3 judges. You can check the video here. So I'm thinking maybe you get one of those and repaint the joints in gold, and go from there and see if that fixes some of the stability. And the other one is I had to fix the feet. Those feet, they're like really bad. So all right, so next we're gonna move into Leo. So give me a second, and we'll go over CS model Leo. Okay. All right, and now we have CS model Leo Ioria, and this one I have no issues with the figure. The things I've done so far is the cape for sure, and also I was having problems with the belt clip. So what I ended doing was just to add a little bit of what do you call it? A piece of one of the sticky dots that I use. I have one that are like very thin. So pretty much it just sits there and stays in place. So it's not trying to jump like I used to do before. I do have some issues with the paint on the belt. That I don't know, I had to check, but there are some issues with the paint over there and over there, that the paint is chipping. What else? He has some dust because I mean I have him on display, but the paint on this figure is not the best. So yeah, you can see that on the skirt it's like already like a little fading a little bit, but I think it's because the way that CS model paints these figures. So yeah, nothing else to say. The balancing is really good. I just put it like this because I just, you know, cancer was here, so I just put it just pop it into the C clip, and he's just standing there. But he's been displayed on the shelf, like no issues. He fell forward a couple of times because the figure behind, which it's his brother. Before I did some fixes on him, he fell a couple of times forward and pushed him in like a domino effect. But nothing fall off. Everything stays in place with him since I did those fixes. So yeah, nothing major issues. The paint, but this figure, since from CS models, they're kind of less expensive ones, so not to worry about the paint. So yeah, just letting you know what you should expect of this from CS model. All right, and now we have from MST we have Virgo Shaka. This figure has some issues. Can't try to remember what were the issues. What the issues were. No, I don't think it had a many. I think it was like some of the connections to the foot or the feet to the chain were a bit loose, so I added some Teflon tape around the pin that connects into the legs, and that solved the problem. Another thing that I did, but I'm probably going to do a different kind of gold, is I painted since MST gives you, like, for some reason they give you the knees in skin color, even though the whole knee articulation is is metal, because they're the EX metal version. So I use one of the first gold markers that I got, and then those are like, the finish is a little bit like greenish, but I have a new one that it matches more the color of the gold that they use. So yeah, and again, as you can see, the helmet has no issues with the paint. There's no cracklings on the plastic, so that's good. Oh, the one thing that you need to be aware of this is that the cape, which I don't like the way that they did it, I might have to fix it a little bit, but the cape comes with its own connector, right? This cape has its own connector, but once you use the cape, the connector is missing two pins that lock the two shoulder pads. So you had to, what you can do is you could use, I have like a couple of plastic pins, or like the ones from the plastic pieces from the sprue. You can shave one and just push it into the pin that locks the two shoulder pads together. So, and then you can put this pin, sorry, the metal, the piece that connects the cape. And that way the shoulder pads don't try to open, because that's what's happening. So, and just so you're aware, the MST version of Asumira has the same problem. So be aware of that. So yeah, again, other than that, the figure has no other issues. So, and as you can see, it's possible you can put it like you can cross the legs and sitting on the base, which I bought this base because I saw it. I was like, oh, that's cool. So he can sit in there. So it's been sitting like this for a while, waiting for the bronze saints to just, you know, get into the Virgo's house. All right, so we're gonna move to the next one, which is Libra Doko. All right, so all right, and now we have from MST on their another one of the EX metal. We have Libra Doko. This figure is pretty good. It has the issue is at the bottom of the feet. There is a lot of where the mold where the pieces join. There is a little of leftover material. So yeah, the bottom of the feet are not really flat. So whenever you're posing him, he's never like the feet are never like actually touching the floor or with the surface where you have them fully flat. There's another saint from also MST that has a problem. I think it's it's Aiolos, Sagittarius Aiolos. We're gonna talk about him in a few. Again, no issues at all with the any of the plastic pieces. The shields are still painted. The paint is still like flawless. Also, one thing about this figure is like all the little weapons that you see there, like all the small versions of the weapons, those are metal. It's not like the CS model that they're all plastic. So that's good. Also, if you remove the what do you call it? If you remove the upper part, the upper part of the cloth, he has a tiger tattoo on his back, which that's pretty cool. I mean, you don't see it, but it's there. The one thing I'm not really sold is the face. I feel like the face is I don't know, something doesn't seem right, but I mean it's there. I was trying to get Shion, but I had the order got canceled, so I'm still trying to find a version of Shion, so I can do the scene when they get together at the during the Sanctuary Saga for the Hades chapter. So this figure, it's great. The one thing that the issues, the remember the issues that I had, I made a video about how to fix it. It's like the knee pads don't the shape of the pin is not the right shape. It's more like so I had to like shape some metal from the pin at the back. I made a video about it. Maybe you can see it over here. One of the first videos on how to. Again, and since I did that, the knee pads, they're staying in place. I bought the smaller one, the object. So if I see that they fit better, I might swap them. And his cape is different than anyone else. I think this is the best cape that MST made, because it's, look at that, it has the like foldings, and it comes like straight from the center of the back, the little backpack that he has. I think this is the best cape MST made so far. The shield's a little big, but I think that's the issue with all these versions of Libra. I remember seeing they were selling a smaller version. I never got to buy it. Because I had no issues with the shields being this big, so it's okay. All right, so let's move into the next one. It's gonna be MST Scorpio. Okay, all right, be right back. All right, and now we have MST on their EX metal mid cloth. We have Scorpio Milo. This one had issues on the beginning. Some of them were my fault. The way that I was trying to build the scorpion tail, it was backwards, so I screwed up a little bit of the what do you call it? Ball joints for the scorpion tail, which I fixed, and now they're staying in place. The one thing I don't like about him is the fact that he does not have what do you call it? These long pieces of hair for the front are fixed, so whenever you turn the head, they just like sitting what do you call it? Sitting in like in the air. There's nothing. That's one thing I don't like. The other thing was the belt. It was a mess. So I've been trying to find another belt, but yeah, one of the little L pieces snapped because it came bent, and I didn't notice that. And I was trying, when I finally noticed that, I tried to fix it, and it's just these die cast, these metal pieces are not meant to be bent, so it snapped. But I saw that CS model is there's already and that they announced that they're gonna make their object, so I'm gonna get that object and see if I can swap the belt. So hopefully that works. He has some stability issues. I think it's similar to what do you call it? Libra Doko. And also the other issue that he has, that somewhat I noticed that with some of the EX metal figures, is that wherever the metal knee connects to the thighs or to the shins, some of them tend to have like a little rotation there, and that causes like the figure to be unstable when you're trying to pose them. So that's the issue. And the other thing is like the knee pads are sticking out way too much for my taste. So hopefully when I get the object, I might be able to swap the knee pads. So we'll see how that goes. So the things I done for him is that the cape is fixed. I did the Velcro dots, and this is the belt is just a mess because it has like some wire going from one of the loops over here, one of the openings over here to the L that's still there, and it's holding it. So it's uh, it's been held with wire. And you can see there, to hold the belt clip in place, there's a little bit of a sticky piece of a sticky dot there. So this one, it's so far has some issues that I'm hoping to fix when I get the object, and the object will have the broken parts, but I feel like it can be hidden better in the object than in the figure, in the actual Saint. So, all right, I think that's it. Nothing else for him. So, all right, let's move into the what do you call it? Into the next one, which is Sagittarius. So yeah. All right. Oh, sorry. One more thing. I always noticed that the chest piece was a little bit loose on him. So what I added was the soft parts for the Velcro pieces inside of the chest piece. So it gives him more like some padding in there. So when you close it, now everything stays in place. So that was the other thing I did for him. All right, let's go into Sagittarius. All right, and now we have another MST figure. This one is another EX metal, Sagittarius Aiolos. This is the one that comes with baby Athena. And so for him, I did quite a few things. He was having issues with a very what do you call it, loose left shoulder, very loose, the elbows, the metal elbows were very loose. So I ended using this thing. I'm gonna put the description, this thing in the description, because so far it's been great. I've been able to fix most of the figures, and on top of that, this thing does not leave any residue. So it dries clear, so you won't notice anything on the figures. So I use that on pretty much both elbows, one of his shoulders, the hips. I use that on the hips because he has metal hips, so I use that on the hips, on both knees. He has a really bad issue of rotation where at the middle of the thigh, where the metal knee connects to the leg, so that's causes an issue with the balancing. Plus the feet are not, again, they're not fully flat at the bottom, so it keeps he's not able to balance properly. Plus with the wings, has a ton of weight on the back, and I added the cape, so I gave him like an extra weight on his back. So another thing that I did is, like, I was having issues with not issues, but I did not like the way that the knee pads were sticking out from the knee that much. And then when I got the CS model object, I noticed that the pins for the knee were shorter. I'm gonna put the description somewhere over here. In the description, you can watch the video there, and I show the difference between the knee pads from MST and the knee pads from CS model. So those knee pads are CS model, and they fit perfectly, and they're flush to the legs, so to the knee. So that's good. It looks much better. I did the thing with the cape, which has no issues. The only issue is that I didn't wait long enough for the dot on the cape to dry for the adhesive to cure, so it tends to fall, but because the cape loses the dot, so I gotta fix that. But still, he looks pretty good. He has an issue with the his mask tiara. The only pin that he has is in the forehead and it keeps falling off. I gotta do something about that. Other than that, no other issues. And pretty much everything got fixed with the joint strengthening liquid. So and the knee pads from CS Mold. I do like the way that the figure looks, and now that I can have the cape and the wings, I like it even better. So yeah, if you can get a hold of this figure, I definitely still is a recommended figure. All right, let's move into the next figure, which is going to be Capricorn. That one is from CS Models. All right, and now we have from CS Model, we have Capricorn Shura. This figure was one of the first one that I did the fix for the cape. I gave him, I believe I gave him some, adjusted the knee joints a little bit, and the feet, the ankles, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh, sorry, I added another sticky dot to the belt. So the belt, because the belt clip was keep disconnecting on its own. So I fixed that, and I'm noticing that he has now the same problem with the paint crackling. At least I don't see nothing, no issues on the paint. That's interesting. So he's has no issues, and he's very stable since I did the fix. He hasn't fall or anything other than being pushed by another figure from behind. So yeah. Also, this figure has been. I have this figure since mid 2022. So, and today is March 8th, 2025. So I can say that this figure has been holding up very well, especially and it looks really good with the fabric cape. So yeah. All right. So not much to say about this figure. All right. Let's move to the next one, which is Aquarius. All right. And now we have from also CS Model, we have Aquarius Camus. This figure has the what did I do for him? Just the cape, and I'm trying to think what else I did for him. I believe that's it. Nothing else. I did add the bicep covers, just to make it look more like the Gale, because from the Los Canvas, I recently did a quick short comparing them. So yeah. Other than that, nothing else has been done to him. And the crackling is happening on one of the shoulder pads on the paint. That's the only issue that he has when it comes to the paint. So yeah, it's weird because so far the other ones have the issues with the crackling, the paint crackling, or the coat. crackling on the plastic pieces, but he's having that on this right shoulder, the shoulder pad. But as you can see, he's not using the stand in the back. Sorry, the arm. He's just standing with that pose, doing the Aurora execution. So yeah, this is one of the good figures from CS model, and he's cheap, so it was around like $30 I think when I bought it back in mid 2022. So yeah, I bought that one at the same time I bought a Capricorn and who else? Saga and somebody else. Oh, Leo. Yeah, I bought all those from CS model at the same time. So right, let's move into the last one, Pisces, and finish the video. Okay. All right, and now we have from Metal Club, we have Pisces Aphrodita or Aphrodite. This one, it's a weird thing because it's a Metal Club figure. The bottom of the shins are not as flexible as the other two figures, Cancer and Aries. It balances right, but and I know for what my understanding is that these are like direct copies of the Bandai ones. The thing I don't like is that whenever you try to pose him, the side of the skirt, they clash with the scales, like the scales on the thigh covers. So it's a weird situation when you try to pose him. And the other thing is like the color of the fingers don't match at all the color of the body, except for the hand that's holding the rose. Any other of the hands don't match at all, like zero. Like they're like super tan fingers. So not sure what happened there. So yeah. Other than that, this figure I did the cape, and I did the hips. The hips were really loose, so I added some. I think on this one I added, because I did that before I had the liquid for the joints. So I think I added like a piece of paper on the over the ball joints, the hips, and that seemed to fix the problem. That did not work for Cancer. So Cancer is going to require, I think at this point for Cancer I'm just going to do a body replacement, because yeah, I don't want to keep like adding liquid to the joints and whatnot. And so yeah, this is Pisces Aphrodite. Cool figure. This is a cool figure. The thing I don't like is the hair. Same as Scorpio, these two pieces of hair for the falling to the front, they are just one solid piece. So one solid piece. So it's they just flop all around. So yeah, not good. Doesn't look good when you move the head. So yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm done with the figures. Gonna see if I can put them at like all of them standing, and then we finish the video. Okay. All right, and here we have the 12 gold saints all together, and I don't know. I feel like they look really cool. I know that they are from different brands, all different styles, different kind of paint, but I think like having these different tones of gold and orange and different, yellow, orange, and some of them like more like green or white gold. I feel like it looks really, really cool, especially when when you're like showing them all together. So yeah, definitely. Definitely, I do like the way they look all together. Let me know if you want me to do something like that, something like this for the bronze saints. I have all of them except Hydra Ichi. We can do something like this for all the silver saints if you want. We can do like that, something like that for like what else I have. I don't know. Just leave in the comments what would you like to see based on the videos that I already have out, and to like comparison like all of them like this. Yeah, just let me know if you guys want something like want to watch something like that. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you enjoy the video and update of how these figures are like holding up after these years. You know, if anything, I hope you enjoyed the video. All right. Like I said, if you want to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, give a like, thumb down, leave a comment saying that you don't like the video. All the stuff is welcome. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. All right. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. All right. Take care. Bye.